Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome back to another episode of FTL. This time on board the VSS Solitude yet again. This is part of our Sole Survivor Challenge, where we can of course only have one crew. Any crew we start out with additional we have to get rid of. Any new crew we find along the road we have to get rid of. We have to make do with just one person. So right now we have Remnant the NG, the last survivor. And we have quite the ship for him here, too. We've got some nice drones here, Defense Mark 1, system repair to keep the ship alive. We've got some decent weapons with the Burst Laser Mark 2, Burst Laser Mark 1 waiting in the wings, and an ion bomb to get through shields. We have a nice heavily powered up artillery beam, which is doing a pretty good job for us, and some decent engines and shields like I generally have, because hey, engines and shields, powerful tools. So, let's see what we can do as far as making progress goes with this new ship in this new area. There's a store over here which we might pop into, see if we can't get a couple little repairs for cheap. And then we might work our way around this way, see what we can do over here. Or maybe even we'll go all the way through the nebula and see what's on this side of the map. Let's check out the store first, though, and see if we can't buy some repairs, because having only 6 hulls is really not very good. Amantis' crew here is hunkered down in the abdomen of a long-dead space whale. The only way, presumably, for them to operate their black market trade without detection. We take a look inside, and they have not a whole lot useful to us. The shield charge booster is pretty good, though, so we're going to buy that, because anything that'll help us be more survivable at a time when we can't have crew boosting the speed is generally a good idea. So shield charge booster it is, and we'll spend the remaining scrap on a tiny bit of repair. Now we're up to 9 hull though, which is a little bit more reasonable. We can't buy any fuel though, which is also not great. Hopefully we'll be able to make our progress in other ways and not regret that action, but we'll see how it goes. We jump into the nebula and it looks like we found nothing. We feel naked without functioning sensors. We have expected a rebel ship to appear from behind a cloud at any moment, but none come. This is why I hate being in here, so we're going to jump straight out of the nebulas because I dislike them quite a bit. Is there anything over here for us to face off against? Looks like no. Oh, yes, there is. No, nice. Debris from a forgotten battle still orbits the gas giant in this system, but some of it's still usable, getting a missile, a drone part, and 34 scrap. Free stuff is always good. Not as good as getting free fuel, because we really need some, but I'll take anything free we can get. Alright, so weapons are our priority right now. We want to get weapons leveled up twice and get the power bars to run them, which is going to be like about 140 power, I think, 140 scrap. We'll see how it goes, though. We catch a glimpse of a strange signal coming from a space station before our sensors shut off unexpectedly. As we discover that our sensors are jammed, we hear hostiles beaming aboard our ship and prepare to fight. That's okay, though. We're really good at dealing with this problem. We vent out our oxygen, and once it starts to go, we close those doors and watch as they suffocate. Okay, guys, you seem to be a little bit better off than I'd hoped. There we go. How's that? They've stopped trying to fix the shield problem. They should be suffocating. I can't even hear them anymore. Apparently intruders are still detected, though. What are they doing? What happened to them? Seriously, what's going on right now? Oh, we're paused, that's why. Of course that's what's going on. Now they're trying to get out. For the most part, although it looks like they are doing... Someone's still attacking the shield room for some reason. I thought they were suffocating in there. Vent out more oxygen. Why are they not dying? This is strange. We have no oxygen left on board this ship. How are they still okay? And now they're all dead. Excellent. That was weird. Okay, turn the oxygen back on. Get our... We're already at max level, so we're going to do... Oh, we're not at max level yet. Ah, we have one more repair to do. Well, we're going to turn on our system repair drone, and we'll send our NG over to go speed up the process, get in there and do some nice repairs for us. Luckily, they didn't get all the way down to the bottom layer, so they did not do any hull damage to us, because hull damage doesn't happen until the system is turned off completely. So we should be able to heal this at super high speed, because I think these repair drones repair as fast as a max skill NG, so we have 2 max skill NGs in there who are healing together like a combined 440% repair rate, which is quite nice. So we'll send Remnant back into the helm, turn off our system repair drone, and put power back into the shields. Looking good. We didn't get anything out of that, which is unfortunate, but we're also not dead yet, so no reason to complain. Let's see what's over here and see if we can't make any more progress. We're surprised when a stationary ship opens fire. It appears there are aggressive pugilists even amongst the enlightened, and they have a glaive beam and a beam drone, as well as a burst laser Mark II. Those guys are not messing around. We're probably going to get beaten up pretty badly here, unless we get lucky and get through their systems quite quickly. Because that glaive beam will do damage if the burst laser has knocked out any of our shields, because it does 3 damage per room and pierces up to those number of shields. We might get lucky here and be able to hit them before they get a chance to hit us with the glaive beam, but it doesn't look too likely. Let's see what happens if we hit them right now. Nope. But we got lucky with the timing anyway. I have no idea where our ion bomb went. It just kind of disappeared into the ether. But the glaive beam missed us, so that's okay for now. We get a little bit more time to prepare. So we're going to try and blast them in the shields again. Oh, this is not looking super good for us. They can do a whole lot of damage with that glaive beam. Ion bomb them. If we can take out even one of those weapons, though, they can't do a single point of damage to us. And we did some damage there. Where are our ion bombs even going? They're not appearing anywhere on the ship as far as I can tell. Let's just burst laser them instead of waiting again. There we go. We knocked out the only thing that lets them do damage. As far as I can tell, those 2 ion bombs I've launched have just disappeared into the ether. And I'm not super impressed by that. Let's try one more time here. Ion bomb, please go where I sent you. There we go. I have no idea where the other ones went. But I'm not too worried about it for the moment because our artillery beam means that that burst laser kills them. Fantabulous. What do we get? Ship explodes, giving us 2 missiles, a drone part, and 36 scrap, which is not bad, but it's not the fuel we desperately need. So let's jump over here and see if there's a store we can jump to in the area ahead, because if we can't jump to a store or find some fuel in this fight, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. There are a few more zealous in their customs checks than the Zoltan. A team of border police beam on board, and there's just a little confusion over our weapons licenses, but things escalate rapidly from heated discussion to gunfire. And they are on board our ship. We can vent out the ship very quickly, and that'll make them try and run away. I should have closed this door already, but I forgot because I'm a fool. And now we can close those doors, lock them in, make them very unhappy, and turn off the oxygen. There we go. Those guys will suffocate out in no time, and we should be able to blast down their shields with our burst lasers. We have a lot of laser potential, though. If they don't miss a lot of those shots, we're going to be hurt quite bad. Looks like we got lucky here, though. And these guys are going to suffocate. They can't get out of here anyway because they don't have any actual, what do you call them? Teleporters on board this ship. So we should be fine. There we go. They're all dead. Turn the oxygen back on. And close all the internal doors. They are all closed, except the ones that are damaged already. Looking good. So we're going to not fire the burst laser right now, thanks. We're going to ion bomb them in the shields because our artillery beam took out that system. There we go. Now we can hit them with the weapons, turn off some of those lasers, reduce their potential to do any damage to us, and now we're looking a lot safer because they only have a burst laser Mark II and a basic laser, which means they can only have 3 shots. Oh, a lot safer here after all. We're going to burst laser them in the shields, and that should take them down for the count. There we go. Oh, interesting. Once the Zoltan left the shield room, they didn't have the power in there to keep it running. That's kind of interesting. He ran back in there and immediately turned back on. And we are going to not fire the burst laser again yet. We are going to ion bomb them maybe first? Or we just wait till the artillery beam kills them. They don't have enough systems active to actually be dangerous to us yet. So we can just chill out here until the artillery beam fries them to a pulp. Fries them to a pulp. Beats them to a pulp is what I was going to say, but that doesn't exactly work in context. There we go. The artillery beam slices that Zoltan ship in half. And they give us a fuel, a drone part, and 38 scrap. That makes our adventure a little bit more hopeful. We'll see if it actually works out. There's a store over there, which is good. So what we might do is we might go 1... See if we can get another fuel. If we can go 1, 2, 3, 4... Depending on how many extra fuel we'll have, we'll see how far we can go. But we don't want to go straight there because we will be buying fuel there anyway. We also don't want to spend all of our money in case we need to buy fuel at the place, which we're definitely going to have to do. So we don't want to also go here because we need to go back there anyway. So many things to consider. So many things to consider. What do we have here at this nice red planet? We have a rebel ship patrolling this region. As soon as we arrive, it begins its assault. Well then, you have Hermes missiles, which is the only dangerous thing on you because the burst laser Mark II and heavy lasers can't get through our shields. So we're turning on the defense drone to block off those missiles. Hopefully it doesn't miss, because if it does, well, that's just silly. And once our ion bomb is charged up and ready to go, we'll be able to pummel these guys and make them feel the pain. Here we go. We might really benefit from buying more power bars. That way we can keep our engines running at full capacity even if we have defense drones online, but hopefully we won't need them. There we go, shot down 1 Hermes missile, which is lovely. Ion bomb them in the shields, please, and hit them in the shields now. Ooh, nice artillery beam. We missed 2 of our shots, though, which is terrible, even though they only had... Oh, it actually doesn't make any difference at this point. Please shoot down that missile, please shoot down... Oh, they hit us. We only have 6 hull left, which is not great, but that fire should go out on its own. We're going to shoot them in the weapons to hopefully turn off that missile so it doesn't hit us again. And there we go, got the missile offline, which means they have less chance of hitting us. Please stop missing their defense drone. That's the reason I don't buy you guys ever, because you miss all of the time. They have 4 hull left, which is probably enough to keep us going for a little while. They try and surrender now, offering us 3 fuel, a drone part, and 23 scrap. That 3 fuel looks pretty tempting, but 23 scrap, not very tempting. We're going to not accept their surrender, and see if we can get by without it. Hopefully we get at least 1 fuel from them anyway, and if not, well, it's no big loss. They can't do any more damage to us at this point, so we can basically just tank them out here all day, and then we will be fine. So there they go. And we missed a shot, which is not ideal, but the artillery beam going to kill them anyway. There they go, getting fried by the lasers. Ship explodes, giving us a fuel, a missile, and 46 scrap, which is much better than what they offered us before. Having a bit more fuel would be nice, but we are, like I said, a jump away from a store. 167 scrap, on the other hand, looks great. We'll send our system repair drone in there to put out those fires in case they do decide to spread through our level 2 doors, because it can happen every once in a while, for whatever reason. 167 scrap, I think, is enough to power this up, because we need 85 for that and 60 for that. We only need 140. We're probably going to wait till we go to the shop, though, just in case we need any extra scrap there, because you never know what they might be selling. And we'll want to be able to make sure we get the most out of everything we have. So we'll send you back into the drone bay. There we go. How many jumps do we have until we get to the end of this sector? We've got 1, 2-ish, 3-ish, 4-ish. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, that works out perfectly. We have just the fuel to make it too. So we come over here and we'll work our way down the line. Hopefully we find some good stuff here. What do they have to offer here? Despite the precautions, pirates have begun to harass the local Zoltan settlements across this sector. One such pirate spots our ship and moves into attack. Alright then, they got missiles galore. Defense drone, yes please. Yes, 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 yes. Also, have I ever said yes? Because also yes. The other weapons they have, the bombs, could be dangerous depending on what they actually hit. The basic laser is really not a big deal. But if they hit a lot of those shots, we could be in a lot of trouble. Also, they have multiple simultaneous missiles, meaning we can't block them all. That's terrible. That's the worst possible outcome from a rocket hitting us. It does 2 damage, hits us in the weapons, turns off all of our attacks. Terrible. Also, we need to turn the defense drone back online because they're firing more missiles. We just shoot one of them down. Please shoot the second one down. Yes, you missed it again. You are the worst drone. I hate you. Keep defending those systems. Get us back up on live. We need those systems online, otherwise we are dead, and we cannot seem to block a single shot here. Defense drone, you are the worst. That's like, what, 5 misses? Please bring our weapons back online. There we go. Defense drone, you're online now. Shoot down that thing. Thank you. We just got knocked out our engines completely, so we cannot dodge at all. All of our survivability right now is sitting in this drone. This is actually the worst possible thing. The worst possible thing. I think they're out of missiles, though, so we might be able to survive now. I think they have actually fired all of their rockets. Okay, so they can't do anything else to us. Holy cow, a single point of hull. No thanks to you, defense drone. You lost just like 5 or 6 health there. 5, I think? Jeez. Okay, we're gonna go straight for the heavy burst laser. Oh no, can't do that yet because we don't have enough power in the system. The artillery beam is kicking their butts, though. We get a frantic message from them offering us what do you mean 4 missiles? You don't have any missiles left. A drone part and 23 scraps, but we want more fuel, so we're not going to accept that surrender. Thank you very much. We're going to be trying to kill them and getting our stuff that way. Although we're probably going to be waiting for the artillery beam to kill them at this point because of the fact that our burst lasers can hardly get through them, and wasting an ion bomb to do like 4 more damage is kind of silly when our artillery beam will do it for free. So we might just tank them out at this point because, hey, why is my medbay? Well, that might be a problem. I don't know why my medbay was on. Alright, there's that done. Fixed that. Killed off the energy bomber. We get 3 fuel, which is amazing, a drone part, which is awesome, and 41 scrap, which is extra good. So that worked out pretty well for us, especially because there's a store here to help us repair that damage. But oh my goodness! That was really close! Really close! The Zoltan are fascinated by other species and have set up something of an alien knick-knack shop here. We decided to take a look inside. Ooh, oh, look at all those goodies! What do we get? What do we get? Well, first of all, we get repairs. Thank you. And second of all, we get some fuel. Thank you. And what do we get? We can sell our shield charge booster if we want, because the automated reloader might be better. Being able to do damage faster is generally a pretty good idea, but what do we get if we sell this thing? Only 22 scrap, which is not great. A drone recovery arm would be really cool against these guys, because we'd have a drone system that would actually be able to use drones for basically free. But we've actually been gaining drone parts over time here, so it might be better for us, because we're not using attack drones, which is a big thing that drains your drone power. What do we get? We could get the automated reloader, which is probably a pretty good idea. The drone recovery arm is good. It's good, but I don't know if it's that good. For this ship specifically, because we only need defense drones when they have rockets. The system repair drone has never died, so we haven't had to replace him. I think we're going to go for the automated reloader here, in fact, because that gives us the best value over time. I think. It's a tricky decision, but I think that's what we're going to do. We're also going to spend a little bit more money on repairs. Not too much. We'll go down to 100. Oh, wait, one too many. One more. Okay. That was more than I meant to spend, but we clicked a couple too many times. Whatever, good enough. That's some nice repairs. We are going to put a bit more power into our weapons system now because I'm tired of waiting. There we go. Now all we need is the power to run it. If we need to salvage it from somewhere else, we can do that. But as it stands, we have the potential now to actually do some damage here. We're going to go to this distress beacon and see what they want, and then we'll go check out our exit beacon and see if there's anything good there. Hello there. It's a pirate trap. They say, ha! I knew someone would fall into our dastardly trap. It appears this distress beacon was nothing but a decoy. Well, that's okay, these guys literally can't do any damage to us. With a pike beam and a heavy laser Mark II, level 3 shields make them completely useless. And that's just the way I like it. So we're going to ion bomb them out and blast them directly in the face. We can even turn down 2 layers of our engines to turn on our burst laser Mark I to do even more damage. So that sounds like more fun to me, so we're going to do that. And there goes the artillery beam, did some nice damage to them. And by nice damage, I mean minimal damage, but hey, any damage is damage. So now we're going to blast them in the shields. So hit them with a whole pile of lasers. There we go. Not a whole lot of hits there, but good enough. Good enough for me. We're going to fire at them again with another salvo from both shots, and the artillery beam's going to join in a second too. So we'll go fire, fire, and that should kill them off this time. Yes, ooh, that hurt. Whoa, that's pretty good. We're going to take this offer. They say that if we don't kill them, they'll give us everything they have, including 2 fuel, a drone part, and 19 scrap, as well as the defense drone Mark II. We're going to take that offer. Thank you very much. We're not going to use that defense drone, but it is worth 37 scrap to sell, I believe, and that's definitely worth getting. That makes that a very valuable battle. So I'll take it. Turn off the burst laser Mark I, put it into our engines again, and we will jump to the exit and get out of town, because we do not want to get stuck here when those rebels are around. It's not going to be a happy place to be. We've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, we'll be able to jump ahead to the next sector. But what do we find here? We recognize the ship as a well-known slave trader. He hails us and offers us laborers for cheap. He's also got a burst laser Mark III hiding over here. This looks like a basic laser, or burst laser Mark I, maybe? However, we're going to be attacking that slaver scum, and even if he offers us slaves, we're not going to be accepting his offer. Yeah, burst laser Mark I, burst laser Mark III. Pretty dangerous, all told, but not too bad. We can use this engine power here to quickly power up our burst laser so we can do a real hefty blast. Although they have boarded us, which I wasn't expecting, that's not so good. So what we're going to have to do then is we're going to have to open up all of our doors really quickly, except for the one into our engines. Hopefully they decide to go somewhere else. No, they do not, which means we're going to be in a lot of trouble right away. So you know what, Remnant, you're going straight to the medbay, and we're going to turn up our dodge again immediately, because we need that dodge online now. Get out of there, friend. We're going to turn on the medbay, turn off the oxygen, because we do not want people surviving in here. We just want them all to suffocate. We're hiding in the medbay. Here come some lasers that are going to hit us with a 100% dodge chance, so there's no point in actually having that thing running. And we need to hit them pretty hard in a second, because otherwise we're going to get in a lot of trouble. And if they destroy our helm as well, this is really bad for us. Why are you guys still in there? You have no reason to be in there. No reason. Come fight me. Okay, this is bad. We're going to get hit by at least 2 of those shots, because we cannot dodge. We did knock it offline, but oh, we actually knocked it offline before it fired too many shots. That's really good. We're going to ion bomb them in the shields, and now we get a chance to actually murder them. Alright, knock out the shields and blast them into the ground. Fire some shots. There we go. They try and surrender to us by offering us a slave as tribute. However, we do not want their slave. We can't have any extra crew anyway, so surrender is not an option. We start blasting them. We're going to turn on the oxygen again, get air back into the ship, and hopefully we need to close the external doors first, yeah? There we go. And hopefully we'll be able to kill them before they get a chance to do anything else to us. There we go. Power's back on, get into the helm, fix that thing up, and get ready to crush these guys. We're going to blast them with another salvo of burst lasers, this time one in the shields and one in the medbay, just to be nasty, and they should die anyway, because they have no one on the helm, and it's broken anyway. Down they go. You thought you could beat us by boarding us, you fools. The slave ship's destroyed, and they won't continue their evil trade, but many lives were probably lost on that ship. I could have saved one, but I'd just be dismissing them into the void of space anyway, so we got 2 missiles, a drone part, and 50 scrap out of the battle. 50 scrap is a quite nice reward. We're going to use that to buy some more power bars. Da-ding-ding! There we go. That lets us power things up a little bit more consistently, especially once we turn our medbay off. So, but first we're going to go send Remnant in there to get healed back up to full, because there's no point in having less than maximum health, especially when you're the only crew on board your ship. Alright, power up that engine back to full. There we go. That's a nice looking ship right there. Could be a little bit better, but hey, there's still some more sectors to go. 2 more, in fact. So let's jump out of here. We have a Slug Home Nebula or Slug Controlled Nebula, and if you know me, Slug Home Nebula is obviously the place we're gonna go. Gotta go where the getting's good. In fact, the only problem is we don't have the money to put directly into our oxygen anymore, because that would have been a good decision. Those guys are going to try and sabotage us most likely and knock out our oxygen, knock out our med bay, those kind of core systems. If we can't have level 2, then we won't be able to automatically overcome that problem. So we're going to jump over into the Slug Home Nebula. There we go. Here we go. Boop. Hopefully there's good things over here. We'll have to wait and see. What do we find? Yes, of course, the slugs that live in this nebula field are a leisure-centered civilization. Everything in slug life is done in the pursuit of more currency and more time in which to spend it on extravagant ventures. This, inevitably, leads to much treachery in open space. However, I'm going to wait a little bit here until our oxygen recharges, because we definitely don't want to go further into slug space with only half our oxygen charged, so I'll be right back in a second. Well, I hope our ship is ready for this, but we're jumping right into this Slug Nebula. There's a store right over here. We don't have any money to spend, so I don't really see a point in going there. We're going to jump over here and see if we can make that jump and make it into the nebula from this side, maybe work our way around that way to the exit. That sounds like the most interesting thing, and the plus side is the exit is not actually in the nebula, which means it's going to actually have something there, most likely. Normally, any exit beacon in a nebula has nothing in it guaranteed. We might actually find something this time. We're relieved to see our sensors blink back on after the jump with no ships detected. What do you mean back on? They were never off. We hadn't gone into the nebula yet. Whatever, let's jump over this way and see what's at this beacon. I do want to get into the nebula because it will slow down the Federation advance a little bit. Here we go. We intercept com chatter from an incoming Mantis ship.
Look, this ship appears not to be owned by the squishy ones. Maybe they won't smell so bad when we cut them open.
They move in our position. Alright, well we can't have them boarding us just yet. We have to get our systems ready to handle them. We're going to turn off the oxygen, vent out that ship extra fast. They boarded directly into our engines, really? Okay, suffocate them out quicker. Why is this not... Oh, the external doors aren't blocked yet. There we go. Suffocate them out quicker, please. And we need to ion bomb them in the shields. They got big lasers and bombs and stuff. Wow. They have Burst Laser Mark II, which is a bit dangerous. A basic laser, which is not really dangerous. And a pair of bombs, which could be very dangerous depending on what actual bombs they have. So we're going to ion bomb them in the shields. We do have that nice automated reloader, which gives us some faster times. But we'll have to see how it actually works out. They have a, oh, that's not good, small bomb directly in our shields. We need that back online pronto. So we'll turn on our system repair drone. Thank you very much. They have boarded us as well. Here comes another bomb, which hits us. Oh, that's our bomb firing them. And there we go, knocking out one of their bombs as well, which is good. Now we need to hit them with a whole pile of lasers. So we're going to burst laser them. Go, 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 go. There we go, that did some damage. Now we're not quite so worried about them, but we are going to run away into the med bay and hope that guy suffocates out even quicker. So we're going to open up all our internal doors to empty the oxygen out of that room even faster, turn on our med bay to keep us alive. And we did take another shot in the drone control, which is unfortunate, but not too bad. It looks like this guy does not want to die, though. We'll vent out all the external doors, make sure he really runs out of oxygen. There we go. Now we'll close the doors and we should be fine. So we're going to burst laser them again, which should kill them off if we're lucky, and if not, well, that's okay. We are going to kill them in a couple seconds anyway. Down they go, and the guy teleported back onto his ship just in time to get killed. Ship explodes, giving us 3 fuel, a missile, and 38 scrap, which is not the best reward, but hey, it's better than nothing. Also, that laser just shot nothing. Sounds good to me. Okay, turn the oxygen back on, please. And once the oxygen comes back on in the ship, we'll be able to get out of this room, although we may stay and heal up a little bit because we are already down to half health, which is never good. Alright, Remnant, heal yourself and get back to your station, because we need to get out of here. Yes, indeed. Get yourself back into the engines. There we go. Power back into the shield, so we turn off our system repair drone. There we go. What are we going to spend money on next is the question. I think what we're going to get is higher level doors. Not dying so easily would be great. Although, do we want to buy that just now? Do we want to buy some more power bars to get our defenses and whatnot active if we need them? I'm not sure, but I think what we are definitely going to do is doors. Having more powerful doors makes boarders a lot less dangerous, and we have been seeing quite a few of them so far. Let's check out this distress beacon and then get into the nebula proper. What's going on here? The cockpit lights up with warning signals. We're being targeted by a nearby ship. The distress call was a lure to attract unwitting ships into weapons range, so we prepare to fight. They have Hermes missiles, which is dangerous, so we're going to get our defense drone online. Apart from that, the ship is pretty much irrelevant. So as long as that ship doesn't, as long as our drone doesn't let too many of those Hermes missiles through, we should be fine. So we're going to we're not going to ion bomb them. We're going to knock down those shields first with a combination of burst lasers. Hopefully that gets all the shields. There we go. Good timing. That means our artillery beam will be able to do full damage when it fires, which will be great. Please shoot down that missile. Please shoot down that. You did not shoot down that missile and did a ton of damage to our artillery beam, which I was about to count on. Thanks for nothing there, guys. So we're going to get over there and fix the artillery beam ourselves, because the artillery beam did just go off, which is going to mean his timer is going to be long, long, long now. We should be able to do some nice damage to these guys right now, after having knocked out the shield system, and this should mean that they are more or less doomed. They try and surrender, offering us 4 fuel, a drone part, and 29 scrap. The 4 fuel is quite nice, but apart from that, I'm not super interested, so we're not going to accept their surrender. We're here for blood. So we're going to fix up our artillery beam very quickly now that we have an NG working on it, and he's pretty good at his job. We could use our system repair drone now that we don't need the defense drone online, but whatever, I'm not really that concerned, because these guys are going to be dead in a second anyway. And there it is. Bye-bye, Zoltan. What do we get from these guys? Alright. We get 2 missiles, a drone part, and 44 scrap, which is not amazing, but hey, not bad. Alright, the scrap is definitely the nicest part of it. And we are, of course, getting extra scrap because we have our scrap recovery arm as well. So that's always nice, too. Now, what do we get? We do have an automated reloader and a shield charge booster as well, making things a little bit nicer for us, because we don't have any crew to give us those bonuses. So we might as well get them any way we can. We're going to buy level 2 sensors, I think, so we can see what's going on in the enemy ship, and after that we're going to put all our power into our power bars so we can get the drones running without having to take power out of the systems. That sounds like a solid strategy to me, I think. So we're going to get over this way and see what we can find over here. jump into the nebula and see what happens. Hopefully we get goodies in here. A black market weapons trader spins us tales of the dangers of the nebula before pushing his wares. We can buy from him, but we can't buy from him because we have no money. But even if you do buy from him, occasionally he just takes your money and makes you fight him, which is never good, so I never buy that thing anyway. We're going to attack the ship, and even at 65 scrap you often get things that are worth nothing anyway, so it's hardly worth it. We're going to attack him and see what we get. They've got, ooh, big lasers! Big lasers! We got Burst Laser Mark III and a Hull Beam, which is nasty, nasty stuff. So we're going to try and do some damage to him with our Burst Lasers, hopefully knock down that overshield, meaning our Artillery Beam will be able to punish them, seriously punish them. There we go, awesome. Ion Bomb them in the shield in a second, although we are going to hope that the Artillery Beam does some damage to the weapons, although it did not seem to do so, which is unfortunate for us. Ion Bomb them in the shields. There we go. Looks like we got lucky there with that lasers missing us, though. Burst Laser them in the weapons, Burst Laser them in the shields. There we go. Fantastic. They offer us everything they have, which is apparently 4 missiles of drone part and 31 scrap, but we really don't need missiles, so that doesn't help us at all. We're not accepting that surrender. We're going to keep pummeling them until they're dead. Which should be the next salvo of burst lasers, and if not that, well, the next salvo of artillery beam will certainly do it. So let's burst laser them again, and burst laser them again. There we go. Talk about being dead just before they have to fire their big laser, and the artillery beam comes in anyway. Just had fun. Ship explodes, giving us 3 fuel, a missile, and 41 scrap. Much better reward, because we need fuel quite badly, whereas we really don't need missiles. Alright, 78 scrap, that means 2 more power bars, which means we can now afford to use our defense drones anytime we need to, which looks good to me as well. Now, where do we go? We can jump over here to the exit, we're goof around in that part of space, and that sounds like fun to me, so let's go do that. Hopefully there's some good stuff over here, and not ion storms. That's not what I wanted, that's not good stuff. We jump into a sector of the nebula beset by a plasma storm. An automated rebel scout stationed at the beacon moves into attack. We can fight it, or we can try and run away. And we're going to fight it, though, because it gives us a reward, whereas running away does not. And they have lots of beam drones, that's nasty. Halberd beams, ion blasts, and Lido missiles. Okay, well, what we're going to do then, we're turn off our engines, more or less, because we don't really need them. We do, however, need our burst laser and ion bomb. We don't need full shields, do we? I think we don't. Yes, we do. We need another layer of shields. We'll turn off another layer of artillery beam to turn on the defense drone to block the Lido missiles, unless they can't actually have them active, which is great. And we will just blast them like this. Actually, we don't even need the ion bomb. Let's put on the burst laser Mark I. That's even better for us. Now we can really give them a pummeling. They shouldn't be able to do any damage to us like this, especially with their Lido missiles offline, which is the only thing that actually does non-beam damage, and we'll be able to blast them at our leisure. So we're going to start off by pummeling down their helm, because honestly, the helm is probably the best target we have here. It doesn't give them any spare power that they can redirect anywhere else, so for as long as we keep hitting them there, we'll have infinite source of lols. So, burst laser them in the helm, and they can't do a darn thing about it. Anything else gives them extra power, which would turn the missiles online, which makes them a lot more dangerous. As we are only hitting the helm, they can't do a darn thing about us, they can't dodge our attacks, and we can kill them at our own time. Also, the artillery beam's going to go off in a second, which will kill them for sure. There we go. Down they go. Bye-bye, auto-assault. That was easy. Ship explodes, giving us 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 39 scrap. Another nice reward. Very nice. Alright, we turn our oxygen back on before we suffocate, and let's get out of here in no time at all. Also, engines need to be on, so that we can actually get out. We should check our ship menu. We have 50 scrap. What do we buy next? That's the question. We have pretty much everything we need at this point. We just need to find more weapons that take 2 power so we can actually run them. Or 1 power, I guess. We can have all those running. But I think we're doing pretty good here so far, so I'm not too worried. What do we want to buy, though? Maybe another level of piloting, so we're not so easy to crush. We'll buy another level of piloting, another level of oxygen as well, so that if things go sour for us, we're not immediately dead. There's a store over there, but we don't have any money left, so I think we'll circle around this way, maybe, and see if we can get that way. We have a lot of space to cover here, because if they're advancing at that speed, how many jumps do we have? That is an important thing to check. So, we're going to see if we can measure that out with our eyes here, and see how long it takes. So if that's about 1 jump to there, this is about 1 jump to there, yeah? This would be about 2 jumps to about there, 3, 4 to here, 5 to there, 6 to there. So it looks like we have about 6 jumps before we have to get out of dodge. So if we were to go 1, 2, 3, 4, that's not exactly right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks pretty better. Pretty better, really. That looks better to me, though. Let's take a look at what we can do here. Let's see. When it comes to slugs, no news is not necessarily good news. However, if they are watching, they don't seem to want to confront us. So that's okay for me. I'm happy to not fight anyone for that 1 shot, but we want to try and find something here, otherwise we're just wasting our fuel. Is there something here? Yes, there is. What is it? A Mantis attack ship here looks to have been hunting slugs on their home turf. A rare test of honor for the mightiest Mantis crews. Weapons are online, and Hermes missiles are online too. We're going to open up our internal doors. They've blocked our radar, which is fine. Shields are online. Engines are online. Artemis beams is online. Oxygen is offline. Defense drones are online. Ion bombs are online. There we go. That's how we like it. So we're going to suck that oxygen directly out of the ship so quickly as we can. Close those doors. Oxygen back on momentarily. Except we need to close all the other doors except for this one while the oxygen is back on. So we get some air back in our room here before we suffocate. Come on, there we go. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Oxygen off. Hopefully those guys keep suffocating. And they are breaking our doors, which is not exactly great. We are going to hopefully be pummeling them in a second. Are they still attacking our doors? Yes, they are, which is really bad for us. We can't let them destroy the doors completely before we close them, otherwise we're going to be dying here. Also, the oxygen being off is suffocating us again, which is really bad. Really, really bad. Okay, please stop. Please stop. This is really not good for us. We're going to ion bomb them in the shields and quickly kill them. Looks like they teleported back on board their own ship. Otherwise, that was our bombs returning. One of those. One of those. Blast them. I think they may have actually died there, because I don't hear them attacking us anymore, and all of our doors are broken. So that's okay. We're going to close the doors, turn the oxygen back on like it already is, get our system repair drone, probably go fix the damage in a second. But for the time being, we're going to count on destroying them as quickly as possible, breaking down their shields, breaking down their weapons, so they can't actually recover from the damage we've done. There we go. The weapons are completely broken. They have 3 hull left, which is going to get destroyed by the artillery beam in a second. There it goes. Fantastic. That was close. We took a lot of damage in there. That was bad management on my part. The ship explodes, giving us 2 missiles, a drone part, and 50 scrap, which is a nice reward, especially because we have 55 from our recovery arm. Get into that medbay, heal yourself. We're going to turn off the defense drone, turn on the system repair drone, get him to go fix up our broken doors. But yeah, I think it's probably a good decision we made to not buy the drone recovery arm, because we're still making a profit on our drone parts. Only using one every couple fights means it's really not worthwhile. If you're using something like the NG Cruiser, where you have a bunch of attack drones as well, or any ship with attack drones, you're going to want them, because you're going to want to be able to use your attack drones a lot of the time. But as it stands like this, it's just not worth the effort. So we're going to repair that system, send our drone back down to his room, send Remnant back to the engines, or the helm rather, and we should be pretty much good to go. Pretty much good to go. Power out of the medbay. We'll leave the system repair drone online for now, because hey, why not? And we have 60 scrap left. This is the question though, what can we use our money on at this point? We might buy more engines or more shields, because that would probably be a good idea for keeping us alive, but I'm not entirely convinced what our best course of action is. However, we're going to hold on to some money for now in case that store has anything good in it. So we'll take a look and we'll see when we get there. What do we find here? Another empty area. This is why I hate nebulas. Either this part of slug space is deserted or it's too dense for even slugs to detect our presence. It's time to move again. Also, that's a really early exit, I think. Not exactly the best placement for us. What is this all about? We spot a rebel ship in the nebula ahead and stay off their radar. Do we want to try and engage? Even if we try and engage, we won't necessarily get it. And that's a crazy arsenal. 3 mini-beams and a burst laser Mark III. I want to fight this guy. Prepare to chase them. We follow their vapor trails and surf into their 6 o'clock. Weapons hot. Oh, yeah. They're going to be boarding us in a second, so let's quickly vent out the ship. Vent, 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 vent. They're in our shield room, which is okay. We need to close this door. Vent, 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 vent. Awesome. Oxygen's gone. Close the internal doors. Now they have to have a hard time getting out of here, because they can't not get to us, even though they're going to try. Oxygen offline, thank you very much. We don't want any more oxygen going into those rooms, and we are going to pummel these guys and make them regret fighting us. Ion bomb in the shields, there we go, and we're going to blast them in the weapons once they have their shields broken. That's a lot of mini-beams. That's really scary, actually. If they get through our shields and have the perfect timing for that, that's really dangerous. However, as it stands, it's also really not very dangerous. We're going to blast them into next week. They did manage to get all of those burst laser 3 shots off, but the fact is they didn't get through our shields anyway, so it didn't really matter. We're going to burst laser them again. Pew 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 pew. Do some more damage to them. Now they're really not very dangerous. We're going to turn the oxygen back on, because as far as I can tell all the boarders are dead, and we are looking pretty happy here. So, they say that we're more well-armed than they would have thought. They surrender, offering us 3 fuel, 2 drone parts, and 33 scrap. But we're not going to accept their surrender, because I'm sure we can get more like 50 scrap if we destroy them, and we have plenty of fuel to last us at least to the store, if nothing else. So we don't accept their surrender. We're going to kill these guys in cold blood. Cold blood. Kill, kill. And down they go. There we go. Easy as pie. We only have 13% oxygen left. That's not very good, but hey, whatever. And that's really bad. We should have taken their offer. But it's hard to tell until you actually fight them. Ship explodes, giving us a missile, a drone part, and 38 scrap. I was hoping for more, but we'll take what we get. There we go. We can jump to the store, but we're gonna be cutting it short anyway, because they're only gonna be here, I think. I must have judged the distance wrong, but whatever. We'll go to the store, take what we get, and we will head out of here. So, jump to the store beacon, and what do we have on offer? Hopefully there's something good here. A huge slug teleports from nowhere onto the bridge. Before we can open fire, he spread his wares across the helm and is brandishing things at us. This is kind of funny, though. You know, we've been to the Zoltan homeworlds, we've been to the slug homeworlds, we haven't seen any of the homeworld events. We could buy a hull repair drone. That would be interesting. We keep it in the hull, in the hold, rather. We take it out from time to time to do repairs. We just sell this because we don't need that, for sure. We take the hull repair drone out to do repairs with our drone parts, put it back away when we want to be using our system repair drones and whatnot. That's an interesting little strategy right there. We'll buy some fuel first, because we definitely don't want to run out of that in the area ahead. Maybe we'll buy this thing. It's kind of a weird strategy, but it's a pretty good thing. Let's try it. I never buy these because they're really expensive, but we have the money to spare because we were saving up in case there was something at the store that was good, and that might actually work out okay. That might make us a lot more survivable. So we temporarily put this on the ship, do some hull repairs, thank you very much. As long as we get some nice 5 hull repairs, we will be very happy indeed. So 2 so far, 3, that was a cheap one. Come on, get us some nice repairs. We're paying whole drone parts for this. 1, please 5, there's 2, don't do another 3 on me. There's 3. Oh, that's good. That's good. Keep going. Keep going. There's 4. Oh, that was not so bad. It's basically like gambling. Depending on how much repair you get, it makes it more or less worth spending the drone part. But we do have a bunch of drone parts to spare, so there's no downside to doing this, really. We only have 3 left, though, so we're not going to spend another hull repair drone yet, just in case it would do more than 3. There's no point in wasting it. So we'll swap them back for our defense drone. That actually works out quite nicely in our favor. I think that's what we'll do. If we take another look here at our ship, what do we want to spend money on next, though, really? Really? Well, I guess engines if we don't find another weapon. I guess. There's no real ideal choice here, but I think that's probably the best action we could take. So let's jump to the exit and get out of here, see what's going to happen in our last beacon. We have some interesting strategies available to us now. Not in battle, but out of battle. We've arrived at the long-range beacon, and what do we find here? We find an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. That could be convenient for us. Let's intervene and defend them. Here we go. Detecting the higher threat, the automated ship moves in to engage us. They have Artemis missiles, and the rest of their ship is more or less irrelevant, although if they hit both of those ions, we could be in a bit of trouble. We'll turn on the defense drone anyway, make sure we can block those missiles if we can, and we will get ready to do some damage, because that's what we do best. We're going to ion bomb these guys in the shield as per previously, and everything should work out just fine. Here comes our first missile blocked. Thank you very much there, bud. And, ooh, that's nasty, actually. They can knock out 3 bars of our shields. That's not so good. We're going to ion blast these guys, take those weapons out quickly. That is an ion blast over there. That's a heavy ion. Right, that's the difference. And there goes some lasers, knocking out the majority of their systems, which is good. Now we need to knock out the rest of them. So set some damage into motion here. Please, please, please. There we go. That's what I'd like to see. And now they're a lot less dangerous. Especially once those ion effects wear off. The Artemis missiles are still online, but our drone should be able to block them unless he is an idiot like they normally are, and we will see how it goes here. So we knocked out more of their damage, and they are dead already. Fantastic. We do damage really fast in this ship now. The ship breaks apart, and we salvage 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and 27 scrap from the wreckage, which works out great for us, because that fuel is very valuable. And, ooh, the outpost hails us after the scout was destroyed, thanking us for the help. Apparently they've been harassed non-stop, and they offer us a missile, a drone part, and 47 scrap on the house. That works out very nicely. We're already back up to the 100 scrap we had when we spent on the drone. Now, I think we're going to hold on to that money just in case we find anything nice up ahead, because some better weapons would be great. Even like another Burst Laser 2 would be much better than this Burst Laser 1. If we could get 3 Burst Laser 2s and an ion bomb, that would be a crazy powerful weapon. Or system, rather. But I think for the time being, we're just going to jump in to the great beyond and see what we can find in this last civilian sector. Here we go. The Soul Survivor Challenge has been going surprisingly well so far. Alright, we've made it to a new sector. We'll have to get to the exit beacon and jump to the next sector before the pursuing rebels can catch us. However, before that can happen, you're going to have to wait until next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been Vanguard of Valor playing FTL as part of the Soul Survivor Challenge, beating the entire game with only 1 crew member. If you've liked the episode, don't forget to like the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.